Welcome to Chesapeake, Virginia, just north of the North Carolina border. And we got, I'd say, about 8 inches of snow, 6 to 8 inches last night. It's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see by looking at the roads here, nobody has gone anywhere. The snowplows don't really come out to the neighborhoods, and we've got some really windy country roads out here. So we are going to be snowed in for a little while. But it's perfect for photographing. So I'm out here with my camera, gonna walk out of the neighborhood to those country roads I was talking about and try and find some interesting wide landscape shots, because we got farms and things like that. Because it's still really overcast, it's kind of dictating what I'm going to be looking to shoot. I'll probably end up processing them with low contrast, lifting the blacks even, kind of making it feel a bit vintage, because I don't have much sky to work with. So we'll see what we can find here. Alright, so this is what I was looking for, or at least one of the scenes I was thinking about as I was coming out to shoot under this gray sky with some of the snow on the ground. There's quite a bit of lines I can use with this road going out and the tall trees on the sides. And so, I've got my Sony NEX5N here with the 16mm pancake and their super wide angle lens on it, and the eye cup for being able to see exposure better out here in these bright environments. And so I'm bracketing because with snow, getting exposure spot on, especially with these digitals and trying to use their displays, isn't always the best. So I'm going to just go ahead and bracket it so that I have multiple exposures to work with later on down the road here. So let me just fire off a few shots. What I've actually wanted to come out here for is up around the corner. I tend to shoot this a lot throughout the seasons, hoping I can get something interesting. Then there's these power lines up here that just run with the road, and it's just a cool visual. So I'm going to walk all the way over there, try and set myself up for something. There's looks like some pine trees over there with a beautiful dusting of snow on them. So yeah, that's going to be where I'm looking to set down. Again, like I said, my intention is probably to lift the blacks of those trees, make it feel a bit vintage, and that way it'll be a really kind of low contrast scene, because you'll have the white snow, gray instead of black in the contrast areas, and so it should feel very vintage and pleasing. So one of the things I'm seeing here as I'm walking over to the spot I was wanting to get to is this great corner here leading around, which if I set it up in my image right, I can kind of show you here, you'll get this kind of rounding over to our point here between the trees, and you get some interesting third lines here, the opening here, and then this kind of going along this third. So I'll stop here, decide kind of what height I want for my framing. If I'm higher, I can see more of these tracks. If I get lower, I kind of get in the tracks and follow them around. So I'm going to try several different variations of this. I'll probably change now to my 18 to 55, and that's the kit lens that came with this. I'm actually seeing some blue sky peeking over this, so my bracketing exposure might be nice as well for HDR and pull out some of that blue. But you can see just how straight everything is here, straight lines and wide open space, and that's really what I love about this particular street and road. This guy go by. Actually. Alright. So, got my 18 to 55 on. So I'm zoomed in. I can actually see that blue sky now. I'm at about f8. I'm going to kick that up to like f11. Everybody has a little bit different idea of what they like in pictures. I like things that are sometimes against what the photography rules would be. I like very straight lines, so I'm going to just go ahead and go right down the middle with this. I'm going to do one actually over here, just along this line. So I'll come up the road a little bit more, past this pole. Which, if you look at this pole, you can see part of why I like it so much. Look at all these vines that are just coming off of it. It's just an interesting electrical pole. Let me get one more with that thing. I see these trees a little bit more present, so we'll come up a little bit closer. Maybe go just beyond that sign up there. I really want to have that in there. I don't really feel like painting it out, so that's that. That's a winter shoot here in Virginia. You don't get very many of these, so we like to take advantage of them. I know a lot of people go in close, get the snow on the trees, right on the pine needles, go crazy bokeh. So just trying to find something a little bit different that speaks more to my style. So, doing some of these wider shots like this just feels more like me in this kind of a scenario. Until next time, here from snowy Chesapeake, Virginia, have a great, great day and enjoy this wintry weather if you have it. It's just absolutely beautiful.